about to embark on a week-long holiday from Mandurah down to the Margaret River region, mainly staying in Busselton. We're taking the Atto3. We're actually taking two cars to accommodate all our luggage and taking the family dog. The Atto3 is now about a month old. Thanks a lot to the guys at BYD in West Perth and Osborne Park, their new showroom. They really looked after me through the whole journey, and I've really appreciated the car. I've recently had the tow bar fitted, and the tow bar is rated at 750 kilograms. I only just purchased the mats, the rubber mats from EV-Go-Go in a bundle, which gave me the back boot mat and also the covers that cover the back of the rear seats to stop them getting damaged, because we'll be putting electric bikes in, suitcases and all sorts of other oddments to take away. So that'll protect the car. Plus the fact that I go down to a beach often and we'll probably get a lot of sand inside. So I've also got the rubber mats inside the driver's and front passenger compartment. So the car's been brilliant. I've done almost 1,500 kilometres in a month, with various trips from Mandurah up to Perth and back, also down south to Bunbury and Capel. And at the moment I'm charging it off the house power, so it's charging at about 1.5 kilowatts per hour, so it's quite a slow charge. However, I'm not in a rush, and I still go and take the car out when I need to do something, so I just simply plug it back in when I return home, and just got it plugged into the standard power point. I'm always wary of how much electricity we're generating because I'm trying to be eco-friendly. So at the moment we're generating 4,767 watts, so I'm only using 1,500 of that for the car. So I know I've got enough power for the house to run refrigerators, washing machine and other various items. So I usually plug it in when I know I've got plenty of sunlight that's powering and giving me more or less free energy. I've also been keeping a track of the costs for charging, and there's only been a few instances where I've had to put it onto the fast charger just to get it topped up quickly. And most times I've been going to our local shopping centre, which has a couple of chargers which charge at close to 10 kilowatts per hour, and they're free. So I've been getting free power when I go shopping. So basically using the home charging, just a trickle charge when I'm not really using the car much during the day, and also the free charging at the shopping centre. So I've really, for 1,500 kilometres, it's cost me about $40 on the fast chargers. That's all I've really spent out of pocket, and the rest of the time it's been solar power and free power from the shopping centre charges. So it's been very economical. So it'll be interesting on this journey. I'm finding that about 450 kilometres is about the range I'm getting running the air conditioning, being on the open road, because you're not regenerating power as you're driving along on the open road. So when you've got the opportunity to regen driving around town, you're actually regenerating the power back into the battery quite often. Even when you take your foot off the accelerator, it starts regenerating, and when you brake harder, it regens more. So yeah, I reckon I think that's how they get the 480 kilometre range on the extended battery. But it's been a beautiful car. I've had the tinting done all round, and I had the paint protection as well as a roof rack fitted. And I won't be forgetting to take the fold-up electric bike. That's going into the boot of the car. And I did actually try that out up at BYD before I bought the car to make sure my bike would fit in the boot space. And plenty of storage for all the leads and different apparatus that you want to take underneath the boot area, all your power leads. So the bike's going in the boot with some more luggage, fitted in quite conveniently, folded up naturally, fold up electric bike, and I've got it secured down. A bit of a rethink about packing this fold up electric bike into the back of the Atto, and instead of laying it down, I was losing too much space for other storage, so I folded it up and tied it against the side of the car, and that seems to have freed up a lot of extra space in actual fact, and it fits in quite neatly, and I've got it secured with a good tie down strap. So I'll try and see how much more luggage I can fit into this car. Briefly, I wanted to mention that we're taking two cars because we've got a dog. We're taking our adult son, and there'll be two adults, ourselves as well, myself and my wife, and her electric bike. So the only way we could do it is to take two vehicles. So this is a Hyundai Tucson Active X, and a very similar boot space and very similar size vehicle in actual fact, and her bike fitted in quite well. But this isn't really about the Hyundai Tucson, because that's a polluter. This is about the Atto. This is how you pack a car. Behind the seats there's 4 bags full of different food items to keep them out of the sun, and in the back we've got 2 suitcases, big suitcases, and a push bike. Even filled up the passenger seat, and there's an esky in the front, so it's amazing what you can fit into one of these Atto3s. Our first stop on this journey down towards Busselton is at Little Wren Farm, so we can fill up the human beings. The car doesn't need filling up. This is Little Wren Farm in Lake Clifton, Western Australia. Beautiful spot for a high tea, bit of morning tea even. Parked our car underneath some shade under these huge chewit trees. They're enormous. They must be 100 years old. Been a successful trip down to Busselton. We arrived and it's 159 kilometres since we left home, and it looks like we're averaging 14.3 kilowatts per 100. We set on mainly 90, 95, 100 tops. Well, we're at the resort, and sadly they don't quite have fast charging yet, so it's the old home charging method on a 10 amp socket, but they have ordered 5 charging stations for the resort, but they have to upgrade. The Western Power have to upgrade a lot of their power, so at the moment I'm just plugged into a standard power point, which they've allowed me to do for the time being till they get some good chargers at the resort, but that's fine. Free electricity. Tremendous facilities at this resort. Tennis courts, 2 swimming pools. This is the outdoor pool area. And the indoor heated pool. And we have separate chalets with a nice treed, it's all treed right around the area. Lots of gardens, beautiful, well-kept gardens, and access down to the beach, down through that narrow passageway and out through a gate, and the beach is only about 100 metres. Surprise, surprise. Here I am down at Busselton Shopping Centre, Central Shopping Centre, and I thought I'll just see if I can plug into this Tesla for the heck of it. And lo and behold, not a problem at all. The BYD connected straight away. There was no apps to have to use, and it's charging. Here we have it charging at 3.3 kilowatts. So it's probably double what my house granny charger would charge at. So that was a real surprise. I wasn't expecting to be able to get a connection to a Tesla, and without any trouble at all, plug in and away she went. Well, I tried the Tesla charger and it did actually work and it was charging. However, a Tesla came along and wanted to use it, so I thought, well, I'll be reasonable, and then I tried to pull out the plug, and of course, because I hadn't started a session, even though it started charging my car, I couldn't pull the plug out. So I actually ended up using the little ring pull cord, which is in the motor engine compartment, and it's got a little ring pull on it, like a little grenade puller, pin puller. So I pulled that out and it released the charging cable, which was I was very thankful of. So I've moseyed down to the Busselton Jetty fast charger, the RAC fast charger, and I'm going to top up my BYD before I head back to Mandurah in another couple of days. So just wanted to get it topped up before I leave. Okay, recapping on that little emergency release that enables you to pull out the socket in case it's stuck in and you can't remove it from your car. You pull on this lever, pulls a thin cable, which then releases the lever that allows the socket to be released. For the statistic lovers, I've been averaging 12.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometres, and I've just topped up at the station in Busselton and come back up to the Broadwater Resort. So conveniently across the road from the fast charger, which is in the car park near the Busselton Jetty, there's a toilet block, and it's only a short walk to lots of cafes, which are down that direction, or into the town, which is maybe a kilometre, if that. The Equinox bar, which is right close to where the charging station is. And that's one of the longest jetties in the southern hemisphere, the Busselton Jetty. This is a Busselton Visitor Centre, very close to where the car charging is. Everything's very easy walking distance, and a big brewery up here for lunches.